The helicopter is a type of rotorcraft that uses rotor to provide thrust and propulsion. Development started in 1906, but the first helicopter was not built and flown until a year later.
French inventor Paul Cornille designed and built a Cornille helicopter that uses two 20-foot counter-rotating rotors driven by a 24-horsepower Antoinette engine. On 13 November 1907, it lifted its inventor to 1 foot and remained a lift for 20 seconds. It was reported to be the first truly free flight with a pilot. Cornille's helicopter would complete a few more flights and achieve a height of nearly 6.5 feet, but it proved to be unstable and it was abandoned.
On April 14, 1924, Frenchman Etienne Aucaimin set the first helicopter world record recognized by the FAI. Flying his quad-rotor helicopter 1,181 feet on April 18, 1924, Pescara beat Aucaimin's record, flying a distance of 736 meters in 4 minutes and 11 seconds at about 8 miles an hour, maintaining a height of 6 feet. On May 4th, Aucaimin set the first 1 kilometer closed-circuit helicopter flight in 7 minutes 40 seconds with his number 2 machine.
The Pitcairn, the PC-82, was a autogyro developed in the United States by Harold F. Pitcairn in the early 1930s. It had a conventional design for its day, an airplane-like fuselage with 2 open cockpits in tandem, and an engine mounted tractor fashion in the nose. Amelia Earhart set out an altitude record in a PC-82 on April the 8th, 1931, with a height of 18,415 feet. This record was broken in another PC-82 by Louis Yancey, who flew to 21,500 feet on the 25th September 1932.
Advancements in helicopters allow them to lift very heavy objects, put out fires, rescue people stranded off the coast, and attack targets.
Meanwhile, work on helicopters went on. In 1930, Florine showed his machine with the new flapping blade to the public at the Brussels exhibition. In the same year, Descanio established the first world helicopter record with a flight of 8 3/4 minutes, covering 1,000 yards at a height of 59 feet. He reached a speed of about 15 miles per hour. 6 years later, in 1936, the pioneer Breguet came to the front with a much improved design in which the problems of control were tackled with considerable success. Records were established with this machine. Duration, 63 minutes. Altitude, 515 feet. Distance, 27.5 miles at a speed of 62 miles per hour. Breguet used what is today known as cyclic pitch control. This means that the angle at which a rotor blade meets the air is altered as the blade rotates with the hub. In 1937, the first really successful helicopter, the Fokker Achilles, was announced. The flexibility and control of this machine were demonstrated when Hannah Reich flew it inside the Berlin Sport